This programming is sponsored by the Dan L. Duncan Comprehensive Cancer Care Center at Baylor St. Luke's Medical Center, offering comprehensive cancer care that is compassionate, personalized, and driven by clinical research. More at stlukeshealth.org/cancer.
This is the Engines of Our Ingenuity, made possible by the friends of KUHF Houston.
Today, a final goodbye. The University of Houston presents this series about the machines that make our civilization run and the people whose ingenuity created them. On the morning of December 6, 1917, Vincent Coleman reported to his post on the north end of Halifax, Nova Scotia. He worked as a dispatcher for Canada's Intercolonial Railway. The Richmond station where he worked lies on the shore of the Narrows, an inlet separating Halifax and nearby Dartmouth. Halifax was already a busy seaport on Canada's east coast, but World War I transformed it into a military port. The Canadian Royal Navy maintained the Atlantic trade routes and required all neutral ships to stop in Halifax for inspection. Submarine nets installed at the end of the Narrows had to be lowered to allow convoys in and out of the harbor, but this limited ship traffic and caused frustrating delays. Impatient ships packed the harbor as usual that morning. At 8:45 a.m., two ships collided near Pier 6, about 750 feet from Richmond Station. The unladen SS IMO cut into the starboard hold of the SS Mont Blanc, which carried 2,600 tons of munitions bound for Europe. The IMO reversed engines to pull back, but the scraping metal sparked a fire that soon raged out of control. The Mont Blanc's crew quickly abandoned ship. One sailor made it to the Richmond station and warned the dispatchers of the fire and imminent explosion. Vincent Coleman and the others ran. Suddenly, Coleman stopped. He realized that the number 10 train carrying 300 people from St. John, New Brunswick was due any minute, and its track would take it right next to the burning Mont Blanc. He returned to his post and repeatedly tapped the following message to other stations. Hold up the train. Ammunition ship afire in harbor making for Pier 6 and will explode. Guess this will be my last message. Goodbye, boys. 20 minutes after the collision, the Mont Blanc's cargo exploded with a force 1/7 that of an atomic bomb. The shockwave leveled Halifax and Dartmouth and could be felt for 130 miles. The Mont Blanc's anchor landed 2 miles away. 2,000 people died and over 9,000 were injured. The number 10 train remained far enough away that it only suffered minor damage. It continued on after the blast, but stopped short of Richmond due to debris on the tracks. The passengers saw the devastation, then quickly became rescuers. They used the train's tools to pull survivors from the wreckage and tore bedsheets into bandages. The number 10 became a hospital train, carrying the wounded to the Truro station to the north. Coleman's message also warned the other stations of the disaster. Otherwise, those dispatchers would have wasted hours wondering why Halifax went silent. Instead, they quickly mobilized rescue efforts, which arrived within hours. Good thing, too. A blizzard blew into Halifax the next day, shutting down rail traffic. More relief trains couldn't pull in for 2 more days. Vincent Coleman died trying to stop the number 10 train and save its passengers, but his self-sacrifice saved countless others who would have surely perished without immediate medical attention. For his heroism, Vincent Coleman was inducted into the Canadian Railway Hall of Fame in 2004. I'm Chris Miller, along with the University of Houston, where we're interested in the way inventive minds work.